Now, our next speaker is going to be super quick. It's John Bruning from the Australian New Zealand College of Paramedicine. Make him welcome.
Thank you. Afternoon. I'm only going to keep you a few minutes, and you may notice that that isn't what I was just said I was the General Manager of. So the Australian New Zealand College of Paramedicine is the top one, and the other one is Paramedics Australasia. So I hope that if you're a member, you should have heard about what's been going on with the two organisations merging. So we both have a shared history through the Institute of Ambulance Officers and then ACAP, and then a separation in 2011-12 to become these two organisations. And then over the last 18 months, we've been working to come back together. So a really positive time, I think, with registration coming in. That has been a major goal for many years of the profession. I recently had an opportunity to look back at the history of the organisation from the early 70s, and one of the early goals at that time was recognition as a national profession for paramedics or for ambulance officers at that time. So it's taken close to 50 years to get to the point where you have registration, and now it's an opportunity to look forward as to what the profession looks like in the future and what your professional organisation can do for you. So the Australasian College of Paramedicine, that's the new name. We start on the 1st of March, so it's actually Sunday, Monday operation. These are the visions of the college, the purpose and the values. I'm not going to read through them, you can actually read them while you look at them, but we'll have 8,500 members, so the two organisations coming together is making one much bigger organisation that's much better placed to be able to support paramedics. A couple of our main goals, so there's 5 of them. There's one on leadership, there's one on education, there's one on research. These are things that both organisations have been doing for the past 10 years and the past 50 years in what they've tried to do for the profession. And obviously support members and be a good organisation in what we deliver and how we support paramedics. So the advantage of one organisation, that is we're able to combine the resources of the two organisations. So we've got better staffing, we've got better services, we're going to run more CPD, we've got more online learning. So if you're a member of one or the other, you'll know that both of us have 180, 200 online workshops. So now the new organisation has almost 400 online workshops. More support for research, education, grants for members, better support for members. So previously had 2 organisations with money, we've now got one organisation with that money. And obviously 8,500 members, we're now a large organisation that should have greater influence and greater impact for paramedics. And obviously you've been in an environment for many years where you still are, where the employers are very strong in they get to decide on a lot about what happens in your life as a paramedic. And then there's unions who are interested in your employment, and we've now got APRA and your profession, and now it's time for a professional association that is representing paramedics professionally in your career who want to help drive that the paramedicine forward and your careers forward. So a couple of key points, because I note that my little bit said I'll talk about education. So the college will have a free CPD tracker on the website, and we're actually starting to progress the development of an app so you can do it all on your phone. I know a lot of people, paramedics use a service called AusMed, mainly just because of their free tracker, not because of their education. But the benefit that we have for you is we have the tracker, plus we have 350 plus online learning workshops that are for paramedics. So just as today's being recorded, a lot of our sessions are recorded paramedic education sessions, and they then go online. So more are added endlessly to that as we produce them. So the online tracker looks something like this. It has your 30 mandatory hours per year that you're supposed to do, 8 hours interactive, and tracks how many days you've done. You can see that I haven't done any. I'm not a paramedic, but I don't need to do any, but it helps you track the learning you need to do. There's an ability to add a CPD item, so if you do something a day like this, you can add that content into the tracker. It keeps track of your transcripts. It helps you put together a development plan. And anything you do with the college, either online courses or attend an event, automatically goes into that system. So it tracks all your learning, all your education in one place, and you can put anything else into it as well. It'll store it for 5 years. So if you're ever audited, you can just go back and get all the information and provide it to APRA. You can create learning objectives. So one of the things I've found talking to paramedics over the past year is a lot of people are doing their 30 hours of education. Not a lot of people are doing a development plan and actually working out where you need to go with your education and your personal development. So it's got a way for you to put together a development plan. Hang on. It's really clear on here and not really clear up there, but you can create all that for yourself, all different learning objectives. It tracks your transcripts, so it keeps track of total time, it track of what you did this year and what you did the previous year. And there are just some of the courses that we have online and all the different topic areas that are covered. And this is at the moment, that is just the ANZCP group of learning. I'm about to put up the PA group of learning to have it all together. So there'll be even more available. A couple of events that are coming up very shortly that you might be interested in. So Trauma on the Border was an ANZCP event. It was now under the Australasian College of Paramedicine. That's the 24th of April at Tweed Heads. So that will go live as an event to book for and attend probably next week. And the other one, which was a Paramedics Australasia event, was their RAW event, the Rural Outback and Remote Conference. And that is in Broome, WA in early June, again under the Australasian College. So it's an exciting time, just a few bits and pieces. There is a logo bit that goes on the end, but it hasn't been launched yet, so I had to take that off. So you've just got the name, but we will have a logo that sits at the end as well. Anyway, that is the Australasian College of Paramedicine starting Monday. Replaces ANZCP and PA will both stop operating, and we're looking forward to all our members coming along for a ride, and anyone who's not a member yet, hopefully you'll see some value in accessing all that education and organisation that is designed to support paramedics. We'll be able to help you with your career. And that is all from me. Thank you.